I felt like it was the right time to tell my story before it's past a point that it didn't matter.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're discussing 10 Disney stars who unfortunately did not have easy childhoods.
I don't want to convince someone of my tragedies because society makes our victims feel like villains.
Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan began her career at just 3 years old as a child model. In 1998, she gained widespread recognition when she starred in Disney's The Parent Trap.
Straight in diamonds. You're good, James. But you're just not good enough. In your honor, a royal flush.
Despite her early success, her childhood was fraught with hardships, with her parents having a rather tumultuous relationship. Her father struggled with legal issues and substance use disorder, and even served jail time when Lohan was only 4.
Can she cope? Yeah. But will it have long-reaching effects? Absolutely. It did with me, and it still does today.
By the time Lohan entered her teenage years, the media and public were intensely scrutinizing her. As a result, her personal struggles were highly publicized, making her one of the most tabloid-covered stars of the 2000s.
Have you ever walked up to people and realized they were just talking about you? Have you ever had it happen 60 times in a row? I have.
Britney Spears. The Princess of Pop is one of the most iconic stars of all time, but her rise to fame came with its fair share of challenges.
Oh, baby, how was I supposed to know?
Her Disney career first began in 1993 when she starred in the all-new Mickey Mouse Club alongside Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, and Ryan Gosling. She later transitioned into pop music, which she said was always an outlet for her, especially during her difficult childhood.
She's a star, but she
She has described her father as, quote, mean, apathetic, and cold, noting that his unpleasant behavior, including body shaming, persisted well into her 30s. The full story is detailed in her memoir, The Woman in Me, which was incidentally one of the largest book deals of all time.
She brings up Alison and Dermot again and again, the need to speak up and how she learned the hard way about not speaking up, and that was one of the things that precipitated all the problems that she had.
Rowan Blanchard.
That show ended when it was supposed to end. It feels like it's been a solid amount of time now, and I'm happy to be doing other things.
Girl Meets World catapulted Rowan Blanchard into the spotlight at only 12 years old. This brought about an intense work schedule, acting commitments, and of course, immense media attention.
This is becoming unambiguous. How's I got you? I tried dealing with her, Maya. She's not a reasonable person. How do I handle this? I don't know how to handle this.
When she was a young teen, she opened up about struggling with depression. Throughout her time on the Disney Channel, and especially afterward, Blanchard made it a point to be outspoken about human rights on social media. Later on, in a 2017 interview, Blanchard would go on to say that, quote, working for Disney was stressful, citing an environment known for silencing and carefully crafting the voices of its employees.
We're taught our entire lives, like, go to adults. Like, when you're an adult, you'll know what to do. Ask an adult, tell an adult. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh.
Alison Stoner. Alison Stoner acted in numerous Disney projects during the 2000s, such as Camp Rock and The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. They were one of the most recognizable faces of that Disney Channel era.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. Camper today, top-selling music producer tomorrow. Check me out. Cool.
Behind all of their talent, however, Stoner faced significant hardships growing up in the limelight. They have been open about their mental health struggles, saying they first developed anxiety at elementary school age on account of the industry's demands.
Well, the fame, the competition, the pressures, the scrutiny continued to intensify, and my body continued to house it all.
In their teen and young adult years, they struggled with eating disorders, in part due to a working culture that encouraged toxic body standards. Today, Stoner is an important voice in the conversation about the realities of childhood stardom.
In the case of Hollywood, it's time for the entertainment industry and everyone who is a part of the ecosystem to acknowledge our role in the pipeline and take on the responsibility of proactively improving the system.
Dylan and Cole Sprouse.
Worked on a sitcom for a bit. Still wasn't really fully conscious. We were still doing the baby acting thing. Did a sitcom called Grace Under Fire, a couple other little TV spots here and there. Identical twins, switching places, blah, blah, blah.
Adored for their roles as Zach and Cody Martin, the Sprouse twins were among Disney Channel's biggest stars. Entering the industry at just 8 months old, they made their feature film debut at age 7, starring alongside Adam Sandler in Big Daddy. Unfortunately, a life in Hollywood wasn't exactly their choice.
Oh no! The adultifier is powered up!
And the first 2 kids I'm going to use it on are you!
When their parents divorced, the twins were left in the care of their mother, who struggled with substance use disorder and mental health issues. She thrust Dylan and Cole into the acting world as a way to get by, letting them take on the burden of financial responsibility at too young an age.
In my case, the court had to step in and rend my brother and I towards our father, who's an incredible guy. But that selfishness is something that the legal system also observed and said that she was unfit.
Bella Thorne.
You all right? No, Rocky. I'm not all right.
Bella Thorne first made a name for herself playing Cece Jones on Shake It Up alongside Zendaya. However, her journey to stardom was shaped by significant hardships. Her father died in 2007, leaving her mother with the difficult task of raising 4 children alone.
When my dad died, he didn't have life insurance, and my mom was taking care of us. And so now my mom's left with 4 kids, a house that was illegally signed in her name that ruined her credit. My dad did that. And then all his business partners took his money.
The only reason Thorne even auditioned for Disney was because her family was on the verge of losing their home. After her Disney career, Thorne would reveal that she had been sexually abused throughout her youth. Her struggles are loosely documented in her poetry book, The Life of a Wannabe Mogul, Mental Disarray.
She's in a lot of pain, this girl in this book.
Yes, I would say so.
She talks about depression.
Yeah. There's a lot of in that book. It's out there.
Raven-Symoné. Raven-Symoné first began acting when she was only 3 years old, with her first role being on The Cosby Show as Cliff's step-granddaughter. Eventually, in 2003, she became well-known for starring as psychic teen Raven in That's So Raven, a Disney sitcom that is still highly revered today.
Thank you, thank you. This has always been a dream of mine. Actually, it's kind of like a vision. Oh, man, models. Oh, wait, no,
The actress has since opened up about how stressful the industry was for her. Body image was something the young star struggled with, as she endured frequent body shaming and criticism, including doubts about her ability to perform as a dancer on tour.
You just don't have the look.
Well, this is the only look I have. What am I supposed to do?
She has also been outspoken about how tough coming out was, since she worried how it would be portrayed by the media. Despite the challenges, she's considered a trailblazer and a role model.
Was this the natural progression to actually let us see you as opposed to these other characters?
I believe so, sir.
Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus rose to fame as the star of Disney's Hannah Montana, where she played a teenager juggling life as a regular girl by day and a pop superstar by night. As the daughter of Billy Ray Cyrus, she grew up in the spotlight, meaning her childhood was anything but ordinary. When she was just 12, her schedule was so tightly packed with press and filming, she'd barely get a moment to herself.
Okay, someone's told me I'm Hannah Montana. I am now Hannah Montana, and anything that I create for her, I am in. It's like, it's beyond method, because I was growing up as her, she was me, like there was no divide between us.
The role did what was said to be, quote, extreme damage to her psyche, while being dolled up every day ultimately left her experiencing body dysmorphia. Looking back, Cyrus has said she doesn't remember most of her childhood stardom as a result of all the pressure she endured.
I really spent this anniversary thinking about what I wanted, and it's kind of vague, but somehow says everything. It was about, I want to find peace.
Selena Gomez. Before securing the role of Alex on Wizards of Waverly Place at the age of 15, Selena Gomez got her start on Barney and Friends in 2002.
I'd like to think of something new, something fun to do. Maybe solve a problem or fix a thing or two.
Growing up on camera caused her personal life to come under intense scrutiny from the public, which took a major toll on her mental health. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Gomez talked about her bipolar disorder diagnosis, as well as an episode of psychosis she experienced in 2018.
When I first got out, I didn't know how I'd cope with my diagnosis. What if it happened again? What if the next time I didn't come back? I needed to keep learning about it. I needed to take it day by day.
She also delved into how she felt a lack of control over herself and her mental state in her early 20s. Her candidness has at least inspired fans to face their own vulnerabilities and let go of any shame that might be surrounding them.
Anything that I do, I want it to be some sort of light in the world. So yeah, I'm excited that people will get to see, how much it paid off, to be honest with my story.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato had an immensely tragic upbringing as she grappled with horrible mistreatment by peers.
It was a really dark time for me. It threw me into a spiral and it traumatized me, and I still deal with that today.
This led to substance use disorder in her early teens, something that would follow her for much of her adolescence. The star also dealt with disordered eating and other mental health challenges.
My dad was an addict and an alcoholic, and I guess I always searched for what he found in drugs and alcohol because it fulfilled him and he chose that over a family.
Lovato's difficult relationship with their abusive father was the source of a lot of pain. After his passing in 2013, the star founded the Lovato Treatment Scholarship Program to honor his memory. Her journey is one of resilience and hope, and their story has become a symbol of strength for fans around the world.
I had a therapist tell me that the opposite of addiction is connection, and I firmly believe that that's true because meaningful connections protect you from isolation.
Which Disney star did you look up to the most growing up? Let us know in the comments.
Yes, I know what you all are thinking. Is this a Raven original? I'd be speechless too. Ooh.